Hello mga kapanga! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hey Adam G. So let's now talk about the highly anticipated swimsuit competition of Miss Universe Philippines in Aqua Boracay last weekend. And to be fair medyo bumawi dito ang Miss Universe Philippines organization ng slight in terms of production. Because I love the idea the organization employed here for the show because it was just a very fun and chillax affair with all the girls having a great time there in Boracay. Na parang feeling ko, whoever from MUPH or Empire decided to do this idea or execute this idea should really be commended because he surely is a pageant fan at heart. Parang alam ng taong ito what the Miss Universe organization is looking for its winners nowadays na fresh-freshan lang, ganda-gandahan lang, with their strong stage skills, strong pasarela skills, stage presence, and fun attitude doing the talking here. And I really like it because it was a very chillax affair talaga na hindi mo ramdam talaga that the actual competition is really cutthroat. And I feel using only a portion of the runway really emphasized my point here as it just served the right amount of tease or patikim from the girls in terms of their pasarela skills leading all the way up to the coronation night on May 2. Yung dito mo talaga masasabi na, ay, this is Miss Universe. This is Miss Universe Philippines. Na it's finally going back to the essence of beauty pageants, which is looking for that josang candidate with strong stage presence more than paying attention to their respective walks. Na alam mo yun na, it seems as if there is an MUO touch JKN era of what the Miss Universe Philippines organization is leaning to nowadays. So, do you agree with me here? Anyway, I know there have been declared winners for this already, but please still allow me to come out with my own top 10 picks for this round. Isipin nyo na lang na how I would have ranked these ladies if I were a judge in that fun show. So, here it is. So, before we start, please allow me to thank my friends Bong Tan of Missosology and JR Arsolino of PH Contesera Instagram account for allowing me to repost their fabulous footages here on my commentary video. So, let's begin. On my 10th spot is, malungkot ako i-announce to, Eloy from Laguna. Grabe, ang statuesque talaga ni Eloisa dito. I am truly appreciating her long-leggedness here. Na pang Sports Illustrated din ng katawan niya, mga mi. And what I super love about her performance here is she was just very chill and calm in walking down the ramp, which made me realize her walk was a bit bouncy here. So she really needs to improve it. I also have to admit that I was a bit distracted by her hairstyle here. It overwhelmed her beautiful face. Ang bigat ng bagsak ng buhok niya, napansin nyo, every time she would turn around, especially when she did that hair flip towards the end, which I really feel was quite unnecessary and unnatural. Kasi kung i-analyze mo talaga yung mukha ni Eloisa, ang liit-liit ng face niya, tapos ang thick ng hair extensions niya dito. So it really overpowered her face and it didn't do so much for her. So how I wish she could have sported a hairstyle similar to how Venus Ra did it in Miss Universe 2010 where you can still see the hair length. So I get why she didn't make it in the final 8. And I'm blaming it to her hairstyle here. So, please don't do this kind of hairstyle again for prelims, Eloisa, por favor. It really cost you brownie points here. Major brownie points here. And now we go to my 9th spot and I'm giving it to Katrina Legado. Ako lang ba in the minority again who was not really fully sold with Katrina's performance here? Because we all know how she is a killer with her pasarela skills on stage but for some reason, she didn't quite shine here. But don't get me wrong, guys. The strides were there, but the look wasn't giving. I really don't like the crimped hair ponytail on her as it overwhelmed or overpowered her face, as it really made her look dated. Tapos, she also did that signature hair flip with that hairstyle. So all the more, I was gnashing on my teeth when I was watching it. It really looked unnatural. Pareho sila ni Eloisa ng problema dito. They both experimented on their hairstyles during this event. And I just couldn't find the logic why their stylists made them wear this kind of hairstyle, considering that they have been nailing every look of Katrina Legado in Miss Universe Philippines consistently since the pageant began. So this is definitely a head scratcher. We are almost on the finish line of the pageant, and I can't believe they experimented on Kat's look here, which I hope will never happen again. And now we go to my 8th spot, and I'm giving it to Valerie West from Ifugao. I must admit, I was really stunned by this girl's performance on stage, because I just love how she worked that cape beautifully with a slow profile of her walk at first, then did a powerful twist or twirl afterwards. And I thought she really looked so polished there, that she really worked the hell out of it, and it was just a pleasant surprise. Talagang I was so surprised because I didn't know that she could be this good. I know she isn't that tall, but damn, she really worked that stage like no other without tripping. Even if I can already see her stilettos catching the hem of her cape, ang galing. It also helped that I like how she was styled here. Her high pony definitely camouflage her height. So, ang powerful talaga ng kinalabasan niya dito. And now we go to my 7th spot, and I'm giving it to Ilana Aduana from Siniloan, Laguna. First thing I noticed about her in this performance is her smooth alabaster skin. Ang kinis talaga ng balat ni Ilana at ang nipis-nipis talaga ng bewang niya talaga. And it also helped that she was her own ring light in this occasion, as she was really glowing even if she was also dancing at the back with the girls. So you can't help but notice her there talaga too. So stage presence-wise, she really has it. Now, my only comment in her performance here is I would have loved for her to calm down a bit and not over-sexify her walks, especially with those signature pouts and hair flips again. It's becoming quite theatrical already. You know, Ilana has to realize that at this point, she is competing in Miss Universe Philippines and not in Miss Grand, where her theatrical movement will definitely be appreciated. Heck, she didn't even smile a bit all throughout, considering that the show had a fun vibe, party feels. She was so focused in performing that I feel she forgot to enjoy her turn here. And now we go to my 6th spot, and I'm giving it to Amanda Russo from Pasay City. I swear, this lady is really peaking at the right time. Umpisa pa lang ng kanyang rampa, she already looked imposing with her statuesqueness, as her body really looked great. I also have to commend that she was perfectly styled here. I love the high pony on her, as it made her taller and made me realize how facially beautiful she is yet again. Now, my only problem with this performance is her extra movements here. I feel she overworked her cape, that I no longer got to see her footwork. Now, she was flinging her cape all throughout, and I feel she did not need her arms abducted all the time to command presence, because I believe her power is already her smile, as it's really contagious. Sana she was more smiling here rather than fierce during this show, because the mood was fun and relaxed. And here were girls like Amanda who were so serious in performing. Girls, naman, have fun with your performance on stage when the occasion calls for it. Right? And now we go to my top 5, and number 5 here on my list is, no surprise again, napapansin ko na talaga siya, Alexi Yueno from Pasig City. Wow, I am so super happy to include her again here in my list, as I believe this lady should have been in the top 8 final call. Wag lang talagang papasukin ito sa swimsuit portion sa finals, or else maninira talaga ng hot picks itong Merly na ito. Alexi just looks so exotic and fresh during her presentation, and I super love that she wasn't too calculated and robotic with her moves on stage, as you can really feel her lightness with her performance here with those smooth turns and twirls. Na ang gaan-gaan lang talaga niya panoorin talaga dito, mga mi. And it also helped that she also wore her hair down again, which I am starting to believe is her power look in the competition. Na very Miss Philippines ang aura niya dito, ala Ariela Arida na may halong Andrea Tovar ang datingan. So I'm really, really stunned. And I don't know so much about her interview skills yet, but I am starting to believe that she is looming to be a possible dark horse in the upcoming finals night. Kung ganito palagi ang pinapakita niya. From the runway challenge last week to this event, girl, I am so looking forward to see you slay in the upcoming preliminary competition. And now we go to my fourth spot, and I'm giving it to Sasha Lakuna from Tarlac. Oh my gosh, I am so in love with Sasha's performance here in this event, as it made me realize that she is tall din pala, no? While possessing that queenly aura. And my gosh, for a moment, akala ko si Leren Bautista talaga yung rumarampa. Ang ganda-ganda ng presentation niya dito with her calm demeanor and smooth walk, plus her clean styling. Na she really looks more beautiful talaga in motion, especially when she sports her hair in a pony, as it really makes her chinita features highlighted more. Because her beauty is the type talaga na hindi talaga nambubudol and just really stunts you with her divine presence. So I really hope that some of our frontrunners here in this competition can learn a thing or two from her when it comes to performing on stage. That you really don't have to be extra just to kill performance. Na sometimes being simple and clean with your turns will really make you go far in the competition. So, well done, Sasha. And now we go to my third spot, and I'm giving it to, no surprise, Chelsea Fernandez from Sultan Kudarat. It's really shocking why this lady did not make it to the final list, as I thought she really deserved to be up there with her performance here. Now, how can they ignore a total performer like that? She just happened to be that girl who was doing great pasarela walk with great variation of facial transition and turns or movements. So in other words, she was doing everything right. In fact, her performance here reminds me of a Miss Colombia with her attack here, with those facial transitions and turns. It was really a flawless performance from start to finish. Enough said. Kung kailan na I feel she was at her ultimate best in a segment of this competition, hindi pa siya talaga napansin. She was really robbed. Big time here. And now we go to my runner-up of this list, and I'm giving it to, no surprise, Atisa Manalo from Quezon Province. Ladies and gentlemen, the spark is back, and she is enjoying. First of all, may I just say how Atisa looks so beautiful here with her makeup. Whoever did her makeup here should really be commended, as it really presented her at her most Diyosa state in this competition by far. Na ang ganda-ganda talaga niya dito, as her styling here was very soft but still fierce enough for MUPH. As in, ang Diyosa niya talaga dito tignan. But more than the makeup, it's really her restrained but polished performance that caught my attention here. There is no more excessive movement like what we saw from last year. And all you see now is how happy and relaxed she is on stage. Or even at the back while dancing with her fellow contestants, na iba talaga ang aura niya ngayon compared to Miss Cosmo last year. And you can really feel that she's really enjoying and no longer controlled. Na it's as if the weight or pressure of people's expectations of her have finally been lifted off her shoulders. Na ang gaan-gaan na niya talaga tignan now. So I really like this Atisa now that we are seeing. The legs were great, her strides were so much cleaner, and the makeup was just right. So definitely a class act. And finally, we go to my winner of this list, and I'm sure you can all agree with me. Talagang siya talaga, no doubt, ang overall winner. Winwin Marquez from Muntinlupa. No doubt, she was really the star of the show. She definitely electrocuted us, and even the stage with her kabukgerang pasarela skills. And what I super love about her performance here is how she did that bouncy forward, alam mo yun? Or ang tawag doon, or yung kaldag thing in the middle na parang Miss Grand ang datingan. And it worked for me. Because you know why? She started her presentation with a very clean walk while working that cape. And so the moment that she did that biglang kaldag na ganon, bouncy turn, I thought it was a pleasant surprise na may gulat factor. Plus it suited the vibe of the runway show, which was fun and festive. Diba? Which was all about having fun in a party. I know it wasn't your typical pasarela because parang yun nga sinasabi ko pang Miss Grand, pero it worked for me na she really was the star of the show and everyone just looked like her backup dancers. Na ganun siya ka-powerful dito. And this is why she is my overall winner for this round. So there you go, guys. What do you think about my list here? Do we have the same observations about my top 10? Meron ba akong nakalimutang isang candidate? dito sa listahan ko. Alam ko, gusto niyo sabihin sa akin ngayon na napapansin ko at this juncture of the competition, halos pare-pareho na lang yung mga babae na binavlog ko dito or fini-feature ko dito. Because, admittedly, they are really performing. 'Di ba? And for those contestants whom I haven't been featuring here that much, don't worry guys, may laban pa rin kayo. Remember, Chelsea Manalo wasn't included in the picks of Aqua Boracay last year, but it still did not make her lose hope about winning the title. So to all the Merlies out there, laban lang guys. Habang may buhay, may pag-asa. Right? So there you have it guys. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about my commentary here. Alright? Until my next video, bye-bye!